inspires you, David, every day?
What inspires me is the thought of what will happen to people in this reality, what we now call children and grandchildren, and indeed young people in general, if we don't head this off. That's what that's what inspires me. It's what drives me.
So love is your driving force, or the vision of love.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess love is a driving force because if you don't come from that perspective, if you come only from your head and your belly, then you are in a position of potential intimidation
Mm.
because they operate in the realm of intimidation. They operate in the realm of manipulation. And so the head and the belly, the emotions, will go through a checklist of if I know what I need to do, I know what's the right thing to do, but what are the consequences of doing it? Because that's how they work. That's what they do. But the heart, which connects us to expanded states of awareness. A, it knows that there is no death. B, it knows that this is an illusion and it's a brief experience we call human within a tiny band of frequency. And it knows that it is an infinite awareness on an infinite journey of exploring forever. It knows all that. And therefore, it sees the world in a completely different way. It doesn't do intimidation because it knows there is no death. And if you lose the fear of death, there's not a great deal more left that they can really intimidate you with. And the thing about the heart is that because of the level of awareness that it connects you with, it will always do what it knows to be right, irrespective of the circumstances. So it won't go through a checklist of what are the consequences of doing what I know to be right, because it would never consider not doing it.
Mm.
There's no point in the checklist. I'm not talking about considering the consequences of walking in front of a truck. That's different. I mean, doing what you know to be right, doing the right thing. And I was interested in reading years ago, about how Gandhi was comparing what he called moral courage, I think, to physical courage,
Mm.
and how people of enormous physical courage lack moral courage.
Mm.
So, for instance, you will do amazingly courageous things to save a friend in the battlefield, put your life at risk to do so, but then be terrified of upsetting someone with more stripes on their arm than you've got,
Mm.
and not doing what you're told by them. It's a very different area of courage, and the heart doesn't do either. It doesn't. It's not intimidated by either. So that's been the driving force for me. And you know, people think about the heart being weak. The heart is ultimate strength because it's without that which takes your strength away, which is fear.
Mhm.
And if we open our hearts, the world changes. Because as you open this, so we expand into the realms of reality beyond this tiny band of insanity.
Yes.
And the world changes because we change. Our experience changes because we change.
Mhm.
And
Beautiful.
I'm going to go on doing what I'm doing, and whatever the consequences are of doing that, well, they will be what they are. But I
Mm.
am never going to stop doing it.
That's
Mhm.
beautiful. So I think the message for today will be for people to wake up to their God essence within, live from their heart, and be
Do what you
connected.
know to be right. Do what you know to be right.
Do what you know to be right.
Compromise on it.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
And then what is right will manifest. If we don't,
Mm.
if we shy away from that, well, there are consequences for that. And coming back to what we talked about earlier, don't complain if you're not doing what you know to be right in the face of something, don't complain about the something, because you're part of why the something's happening.
Yes. Thank you, David, so much for being here with us today. Thank you for sharing from your heart. That is the most powerful place that we can all share from.
Thank you for everything you've done and you continue doing.
Yes, we appreciate you.
And you too. Thanks very much. It's been great talking to you.
Thank you.